Rich has finally finished the track. He's back at home. We've hit it. It is unreal. It's the craziest time I've ever spent
in the air for a long period of time.
Mike's going pro.
Mike, you are an absolute animal.
Dude, it was
You're a
so
hidden wheel man, dude.
fun. Yeah, I guess.
I love that a week ago we had to draw straws who had to hit the jump in the razor. And now Mike is just a hidden wheel man and in launching these jumps, dude.
I've maybe seen one jump as big as our biggest jump that Mike hit today, and he was just hitting that like nothing.
Taking laps.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like
I don't know if I've seen a side-by-side jump that big. Well,
besides
Florida,
the
when I almost
Florida
died.
tabletop. Yeah, that
Yeah, that's the only one that was maybe comparable.
Now that I
that
think
one
about
was
it.
like really big, but that one had a nasty. Remember the lip on the landing? Like if you didn't make it,
Which we almost didn't.
which is just bad. But this one, luckily, I was watching the videos back though. Like, how far can you clap the suspension, or actually, how many times can you do what I did?
Just frame it out.
like-
I don't know. You were
'Cause
living
all
to
of
the
them.
frame.
It was to the point where the whole suspension was maxed out, but then the tires started cambering in.
I think we need to
Yes.
put like another set of wheels on the bottom in the middle. So like when you go down, there's like more suspension underneath because you're literally like scrubbing.
I was cracking up because, Evan, we bring him out there, and he's fully geared up from the moment that we're trying to film the Canadips brand deal, and then we're trying to take a thumbnail. Like this whole 9 yards, he ends up just sitting there in his gear for like 2 hours out in the hot sun. He's like wondering when he's gonna go ride
Because he wanted to get back and
Mow
mow.
the lawn.
He was all hot and heavy over getting lawn mowed.
and then Mike just ends up and coming
Stealing
out
the
and
show.
stealing the show. And then, anyways, we're like walking back, and I was kind of trolling him. I slightly feel bad about it, but I was just like, man, I think Mike's really got some potential. It's just me and Evan walking across the track, and he's just like, yeah. I'm like, dude, I think we need to like enter him in some races, like, get behind him, sponsor him, like let's get him out there because I think he's got a chance. And Evan's just kind of like, yeah,
And
he's
then, we were getting
He's
shots
like,
of
what the
Evan.
fu-
I
what
thought
am
that
I
was
here
me.
for?
I thought
It's
that
like he's
was
not
me.
even
Yeah.
riding a dirt bike.
We were
I'm
getting
like, no, racing dirt bikes, everything.
Yeah, we were getting shots of Evan wheeling across the field, and CJ just goes, honestly, I think the move is to have Micah do it.
I know. But Evan was confused,
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, maybe we just have Mike do it.
Like on your bike, Evan. But
And,
yeah.
and he just stares at us and he goes,
He did.
Okay.
He did
All
mention that though. He was like, "Dude, I could have gotten the lawn done in the 2 hours I've been out sitting out here."
Poor dude.
the lawn.
Just gets his job stolen as like being the best dirt biker, and that's what I was joking at. Is like, I think Mike's the best rider now. Like, let's have him do it. And
He's
Evan's
the
like, well, what
guy.
the hell? I thought that was me.
Dude,
Mike,
I mean,
I want to take this moment to tell you that I'm very proud of you.
thanks.
Same.
Now that I have that unlock, I feel good. Obviously, I feel really good. But for the record, like for the rest of the crew, I think we still might have to draw straws
No, I would have no problem hopping in it,
now.
but Ryan was having none of that shit.
Dude, I just
He was
almost
having none of that.
Listen, I almost died once, and I was like, "Okay, I really didn't like that." Then I went around, and the razor was making a ton of clickety-clacky noises, and I go,
That's
I
just what it does.
I know.
I
I'm
think
just
one
being
of
a
the
They're
Pussy.
launching
Wow.
at 40 feet in the air and coming down flat. It'll sometimes start
But
to make some weird
That was
noises.
before.
Yeah, I launched it like 32 feet and came up really short. But then I have a bad run in, I pull out. So I'm already like on the second one, I'm bad vibes all around. And I come in, I'm ready to go, and Ken's going,
Ken was freaking out.
Like there was a whole orphanage of babies at the end of the jump. Like everyone's life, like there was a kitten like walking across. It was like this dire need for me to stop. And I went, hit the brakes. I went, something actually was happening in the razor. So I pull off the track and I'm like, I'm done. And he goes, sorry, I just had to get the camera going. Very nice of you.
Yeah,
Thank
I was
you.
gonna
would
say,
have
in
loved
Ken's
the shot.
defense, like if
Totally.
something bad would have happened and we didn't have it on camera, it would have
been
really
bad.
sucked.
But I just got iced, and I was like, I am done. Mike is coming back with his helmet right now. Like, let's just let him do it. And it was worth it.
Yeah, I mean, Mike put on a clinic today. He is no longer pit bike Mike. He's moto Mike Don't ever call him Pit Bike Mike again. He doesn't deal with that little kid shit.
Dude, it's also
He's
so
a pro
funny
rider.
how like scared I still was. Ben's like, Mike, you just want to do it? And I'm like, and I've jumped the gap jump like at this point 20 times, and I'm still like, I just literally looked you in the eyes. I was like, not really. I had the adrenaline rush of a lifetime yesterday. But I'll do it. And then I was driving, and I was like, why am I nervous? I should concentrate on having fun. And then it all let loose.
You know, this track is actually big when we can clear the SEMA truck by like 3 feet.
Yeah.
And that's not even like the biggest jump.
That's like the medium jump, yeah.
With the razor.
With the razor.
Yeah.
That was the
Does feel
skeptical part,
good.
too. Evan was clearing the SEMA truck with the dirt bike, but we were a little skeptical about the razor.
Well, the last giveaway dirt bike winner was out while we were doing the first test hit of the gap on the razor. And anyways, we were riding our previous, well, it's still our current, but our pit bike track that we've had for a while now. And the giveaway winner was out there and his friend, and both of them looked at me and go, these jumps are a lot bigger in person. I go, yeah, I know. Kind of sucks. They look so small on camera, because they were like, on video, I'm like, oh, I'd hit those, whatever. But they ended up kind of just hanging tight.
Yeah, it made me feel a little better. Like the one time we visited the Palmer compound, and they were like, yo, for the record, these are small jumps. Like, they're not big jumps. No matter what you say, they're not big jumps. And we're like, yes, they are.
Everyone's got a different definition of
For
what
sure.
a big jump is to them. And a jump can be big, but if you hit it like 3 times and you get the comfortable hitting it, then it's just like whatever. But you show up and you have no idea how to do it, and everyone else is just sending it and not telling you. You're like, oh,
That's
fuck.
really what it is. I wonder if there's like a word for that. But basically, before you hit all the jumps in the razor, whatever you're on, it's scary. It's terrifying. You don't want to do it. You finally do it. And even it takes one time and you're like, that was easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
That was easy, Mike. Did you ever think you would be airing it out like you were today and yesterday?
No, dude, I don't. I gotta shout
I
out
don't. I
shout
still
out
don't.
Rich for those jumps because they're perfect. And honestly, shout out Polaris because like I don't think our Maverick would have even lasted.
I know.
Like we
I
all
agree.
said the same thing. Like
It wouldn't
the
even have
Maverick
made it to
would
the
have
jump.
broken on the first like that double. We'd have been like, all right, time to hit the double, and then like 10 tries in, and the Maverick would have
No.
broken.
It would have broke looking at the jump.
On our pit bike track.
Yeah,
Like, this was some serious, I don't know, validation at how well built that razor is, and just the suspension. It's factory stock suspension, and is just, I mean, some of the biggest jumps.
Yeah. So if anyone was like, I'm gonna get a 4-seater Turbo S and jump it, I before all that I'd be like, no way, don't do that. Get some agile, but it's
Oh,
amazing.
man. It's the
Passes
magic
the
school
test.
bus. That thing flies.
we should
It
call it
flies
that.
great, dude.
That is
It's so
good.
level. I almost wonder if you're better off with the 4-seater.
It's a good question. So yeah, we're stoked on the track. There was a lot of money, a lot of hours, a lot of everything to make what we made even. And I know your guys' uncle with one eye can do better, but it's sick.
But our Uncle Rich with both eyes, he did a dang good job.
Did a dang good job.
And he's a professional.